So last couple of days, I've been asking you guys to fill the introductory form, and few of them fill the form. That is great. So as per the analysis that I have, what's stopping you? Like, we'll not discuss about the introduction most of the time, but the common reasons what I got from the our group is what's stopping you from upskilling, unclear career path, or lack of motivation. Others, I'm more interested to know about what is others. Lack of time due to workload and deadlines, limited access to relevant training or resources, no management or organizational support. So all this four, I got majority of the people stating that unclear career path or lack of motivation. So this is something that we'll gonna discuss. Before that, let me introduce myself. This is Rahul, as you all know, that I have overall 8+ years of experience, sorry, eight not, it's just 9+ years of experience into completely into test automation, where I have designed a lot of frameworks from scratch means literally from scratch, where we have been given the test cases to automate, and we have to do the analysis and give the ROI of the automation efforts. And I've developed a lot of frameworks using TestNG, BDD, using Selenium with Java, and recently we did using Playwright with TypeScript also. And I also integrated a lot of, a bit of AI models into my project, like using the Olama models. We are also integrating into the project, and also I'm into performance testing using K6 tool, where we are supposed to automate, and also into mobile performance testing also currently. And I've been into a lot of, I've also built a lot of utilities to address the everyday problems, which we'll be discussing over time. What are those tools that I have built which will address the everyday problems? So over to you guys for the next 1 minute. If you want to introduce, you can introduce. Over the next 1 minute, if anyone wants to unmute and introduce themselves, you can introduce, guys. We'll be addressing all these problems during this demo session. But before that, I just want to have a quick introduction about you, if you have not filled this form, so that we can get acquainted with each other in the next 1 minute, because we will start the demo in a while. Anyone who wants to introduce for the next 1 minute? If you are unable to speak for some reason, can you drop your intros in the chat box, so that will be very easy for me to know from which background you are coming from, like by stating your name, your place, how many years of experience into IT, and currently what's your role, so that will keep me acquainted with what is your current work experience. Yes, please.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, hi, all.
I'm Tanashi.
Yeah, Tanashi, go ahead.
Okay. Hi. Hello, everyone. Good morning. My name is Tananshi Chatterjee. I'm from Kolkata. However, like I'm doing work from home, and like my office is in Mumbai. So now the thing is, I have around 7+ years of experience into testing itself. However, predominantly I did manual testing, and to some extent I did Jmeter performance testing as well. But the new project, my domain is transport, UK rail retail. So wherein a new few other like train operating companies are like recently a bid has been happened. So 2 new clients would be joining us. So that's the reason, like in those projects, they are expecting automation, like test automation only to be done as a part of functional testing. So that is what I'm here for. I need to learn so that I can not only the lead part, so that I can actively involve into hands-on automation as well. So yes, I'm looking forward, sir.
Thank you, Tanishi. Over to next. One more person, please, considering the time. Yeah,
this is Zipika. So I have 4+ years of experience in testing. Mostly I did performance testing, and a few projects I did manual testing. I want to learn automation along with performance. So yeah, I have little knowledge on functional side. So I'm looking forward to learn.
Great.
Thank you.
So thank you all. The rest of you all, can you quickly introduce yourself in the Zoom chat? I'll be looking at the message in the intro, but let's jump into the demo about what is it. The question that we are going to discuss here is why automation testing is important. It's not about discussing what is automation testing. Now, in the era of 2025 and 2026, why automation testing is important? Can anyone tell me? Can anyone tell me why automation testing is so important in the next 5 years or 6 years or so? Why automation testing is becoming the major focus now? Anyone? Any two, three people who can explain what is it?
For the regression.
Regression, great. How about what else? What else? Come on, come on.
It's a
We
time
want the session
saving,
to be. Sorry?
reducing the cost and the time saving.
Great, great, great. So one request, guys, from all of you that it is a two-way session. We are not a one-way session, guys. We are a two-way session. So we expect continuous communication so as to keep the session flowing. Yeah. Please continue with your responses why automation testing is important.
For a faster release cycles.
Faster release cycle, regression, ROI. Next.
Improving the accuracy and
Improving the accuracy. That's a good answer. What next? Last two more, guys.
Companies are looking for reducing the time
Reducing time. Great.
using
One
AI
more.
or any other tools. Basically, time
Okay.
saving.
Okay. Great. What
for
next?
continuous integration.
Great. Great. I will agree
Error-free
with all
testing.
of your answers. Sorry?
Error-free testing.
Okay. Error-free testing. That is the agenda. But obviously, we don't achieve it. But yeah, I agree with all of your answers. And let me add some toppings over it. The best thing will be ROI because any project manager, see, no matter whatever is the technology, no matter automation, no matter performance, the whole point what organization seeks it is ROI, return on investment. So what is it all about? See, ultimately, whatever technology it is, whatever things we are doing, it is whole and solely backed by product owners or project managers. So when they're willing to invest in automation, that means instead of hiring 10 pure manual testers, they are willing to hire a 5 combo testers. What do you mean by a combo testers? A combo tester is nothing but a combination of a person who knows both manual and automation testing. That is where the market is heading towards. Why? Because let me give you some certain scenarios that after every build cycle, if the company asks all the manual testers to do the smoke test in the night time, how many of you will be awake and doing the manual testing? I am pretty sure no one will be awake. Second thing is we have a continuous testing cycles because all of you know that from a product perspective or product management perspective, we don't have crazy deadlines like back in the olden days, like 3 years or 4 years of testing life cycle. Now the product should be delivered, shipped, deployed in 1 or 2 years max. So in this kind of a situation, relying only on manual testing will be a problem. So that is why we always look for a combination of manual and automation testing so that they can make their hands there. They can be the smartest bunch of people who knows when to do manual testing and when to automate the redundant tasks. That is the reason why automation testing is so important. I hope all of you in the room will agree to me in this point. Give me a quick why in the chat box if all of you are agreeing with me.
Yes.
So next concept, let's go to the next point. I hope some of you must believe that when you are a manual tester, your job is always on the edge. That you have to test everything manually, you have to prepare a lot of evidences, a lot of reports, a lot of these things. And again, there's no work-life balance. Again, there's a lot of things happening. I don't know what's happening, guys. Whereas your feeling about an automation tester is that his life is relaxed, his life is smooth. There's no tension or no worry. How many of you agree with me on this image? I hope everyone agrees with me on this image, right? That automation tester life is so chill and manual tester life is so hectic and happening, correct? Yeah. But actually, why automation testers life is somewhat chill compared to manual tester is from the day one, he focuses on building a robust framework design in such a way that All his repetitive tasks will be automated without his human intervention. And what does the combination of automation and manual tester do? All the repetitive rigorous test cycles will be taken care by automation. Whereas as a manual tester, I'll focus on something creative. Nowadays, manual tester is not someone who is something who sits and does the regression cycle. The manual tester is someone who is creative nowadays. He has to find the corner scenarios, he has to find the boundary scenarios, he has to find ways to create more scenarios, more test cases so that majority of them can be automated. And what cannot be automated, you can test it in the manual testing. And at the same time, you can be creative in finding more defects. Your job will be more on finding more and more defects instead of running behind the testing life cycles. That is the advantage of having a robust automation framework in picture, and also having the knowledge of functional testing so that you can deliver or ship the products quickly by delivering at highest efficiency. Type the letter Y in the chat box if everyone is agreeing with me. Right. Now, again, for some of you who are new to automation, for some of you who are wondering why automation testing is gaining importance, first thing is reliability. Test cases perform precisely the same set of operations each time they are run. That means if I say like 100 times you have to attend a training session, it will do the same thing, same operation precisely each and every time they are running. Repeatability. That means suppose if I ask like, hey, Tanisha, you have to make a payment of that particular account for 100 times because I want to check how the software is reacting under repeated execution. Will you sit and do 100 times payments or 1000 time payments for that account? Absolutely not. In this situation, the repeatability concept comes. You with this script, we can check how the software is reacting under repeated set of executions, how the application is behaving. Is the application getting stuck? These kind of things can be checked with the help of automation. Comprehensiveness provides the ability to build a suite of tests that covers every feature of your application. So that means what? Our agenda is to cover each and every feature of each and every major feature of the application. So that when we do a regression cycle or any cycle, our suits become robust, enhanced, and you can easily tackle them. Fourth one, reusability. Enabling reusability tests on different versions of application. Suppose yesterday I got a release of 5.2.6 on my application. Now application is having major issues when I'm running the automation script. Now the team has decided that I'll roll back the changes to 5.2.0 because that was a more stable release. So I want to check whether the changes are, whether because of the code changes the impact is happening. So you cannot sit and do it manually. The same automation script, I can run it on that version and check whether the test result is proper or not. Programmability provides the ability to bring out certain hidden information of the application. So like giving an example of an e-commerce application that recently one of my friend who is working for an e-commerce site, there was a requirement like no out of stock product should be present on the production environment. So what he has done, he started testing it manually when he was trying to see that out of stock means he has to check a lot of criteria, but he has checked only one criteria. That means if the product is displayed, like the general assumption of an out of stock product is the product is displayed, then the product is definitely in stock. That was the assumption not only for you, for everyone. But what a person who is automated, he went inside next step. Okay, you assume that okay, I have the products in stock. I mean, since it's displaying in stock. But when he went inside the product, it was displaying that okay, I have one product for a small S size, I have one product for L size, all these things are there. But if you scroll down a bit, in the bottom it was written out of stock. How is this possible? These kind of hidden information, these kind of small minute testing, if you can give it to a script and do it, it will bring out some hidden information and you can find more creative bugs and more defects. Fast. Automated tools run significantly faster than manual process. That means once you keep the script for running and you go have a lunch and you come back, the whole automation cycle will be completed. That means within the same 1 hour, your automation cycle will be completed. You can have lunch, you can have gossip with your friends, and you can come and sit back and see the reports. That's it. That's how fast is the automation test cycle. Last 2 points. These last 2 points are something that might not be important for you, but from a project management perspective, from the founder's perspective, these two are very important. That means what? Better quality software. That means if I can run more test cases in less amount of time with reduced team size, What is it going to benefit? It is going to benefit big time for the companies. Now, this is the thing I want to have it in our organization, because I can run more tests in less time with reduced team sizes. This will definitely save money. This will definitely save some worth of money for my project. Cost reduction. When you are running with reduced team size, you will see productivity gains. You got the point? There were days I used to hear from some project managers, what you guys are doing, testing only, right? Even if I can bring my kid and do the testing, he will do click some buttons, check if it's working properly or not. How many of you encountered this kind of scenario once in your career? I have faced this multiple times in my career. How about you guys? How about
Yes,
you?
Savitri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet everyone has encountered this situation that, hey, even my 8th class or 10th class kid will come and do the testing now. Who are you to do and test? Now, this is a value addition for every individual that is present here. This is a value addition to prove ourselves that we are not just only testers, we can contribute yourself. We can also show some productivity. We can also show you how to save money by avoiding major defects. This is a value addition. This is something we are all here for. So with this, let's go to the next point. And on top of it, what next? Wider test coverage. As I've told you, as I'm starting with the word combo testers, when you have combo testers, he is a smart tester. So you can create a large number of complex automated tests along with their execution repeatedly over a period of time. So that means if a person is having equal adequate knowledge on both manual and automation testing, what he can do? He or she is smart enough to automate all the complex flows, automate all the complex flows, redundant flows with automation testing, and he or she can be creative. He or she will focus on how to break the application, how to destroy the application. So that is what is wider test coverage. Effective test management. What is it? Now imagine that Akmal and Anusha are working with me for some of the projects. Now suddenly management has decided like, hey, I'm giving 3 more projects to you. What will be your response? Hey, do you think you are humans or robots? We are working on one project, and to deliver efficiently only, we are matching time to time. How are you giving us 2 more projects? Then we decided like, okay, whatever existing automation scripts are there, we will run on that product to just check the stability of the product. Just check what is the delta of the changes. So that is the power of automation testing, where I agree that there'll be failures, but at least you will get to know that this is a product of similar requirements and similar functionality. So you can check and see, okay, these are the new changes, these are something. So as a team, we will work on only those changes. That is the beauty of automation testing when you're working for the similar products or similar functionality. Accuracy, greater precision and lower errors than manual testing. What do you mean by that? Sometimes I ask Vidya Sagar, like Vidya, for the next 100 days, I ask you to do regression testing. 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, fantastic. That energy will be there, that enthusiasm will be there. After 15th day, he'll be like, what is there? I just press this, it will work. Definitely it will work. There's no worry about it. That slight overconfidence will come into picture. How many of you have encountered this kind of situation? When team asks you to do regular regression testing, for the first 3-4 times, we will all do with a lot of energy. But at the 5th or 6th time, we'll lose energy, we'll lose focus. So that is why automation testing is gaining very much importance. And freeze testing resources from test execution of software builds. Now, tomorrow I'll be like, hey, Anil, that every day midnight, your job is to wake up at 3 o'clock in the night, and I'll ask you to do smoke testing because we are building this product right from scratch. And my product deadline is 2 years or 2 years only. And we have to do continuous testing because developer is deploying the changes, and I'll ask Anil to test overnight. What will be Anil's situation? He'll be like, my family is troubling me. How dare you give me testing in the midnight? That will be the situation of Anil. And I don't want him to lose. Yes, Mahendra, that will be your situation, right? So that's the reason why automation testing is important. So freeze resources from test execution of software builds that are frequently given by the development team. So as the automation script is ready, they will only do the smoke testing in the midnight. I need not do anything. Developer will configure all the pipeline, and in the downstream, he will put this pipeline and he'll execute it. Is this clear, everyone? Any doubts? Drop a Y in the chat box if everything is clear. I want all 32 people to participate actively, please, so that we'll get to know how many of you are actively listening. Well, these are some stats. I brought it from a couple of organizations, formulated and give the approximates. There's nothing to harm. I'm not harming or I'm not biasing towards anything. This is the man efforts I'm seeing from a project manager perspective. Because we are all seniors. Some people who are having 15 plus years of experience attending the session today, they might somehow agree with this point. Because if you see from a project management perspective, how much time do I take to execute a full regression with manual testing, only manual testing? It will take 116 man hours. That includes testing it, preparing the evidence, having a Word document of it. If it's a defect, again, you have to submit the report stating what is the defect or a POC, root cause analysis. All these things on an average we are considering it will take 116 man hours. Whereas when you put automation testing into picture, it will take 16 man hours to finish the whole regression cycle. Same thing for partial regression, smoke, sanity. This is how we save time by putting automation testing into picture. Now, I have discussed about automation testing advantages, all this beautiful stuff like a upper Bombay or the high class Bombay or something like that. But now, what are the 5 lessons that you all need to know for learning or stepping into automation testing? These are the 5 lessons. These are the like a 5 woes you have to remember, like when you're on entering into automation testing. Since our dear friends know automation testing, don't automate a mess. Automate which is applicable as per your business. Automate, do some value additions on top of your business. Don't automate a mess, guys. Okay. Second thing, avoid complex logic in your script. Whenever you're writing automation script, ensure that your script logic is well written, well oiled in such a way that it runs in majority of the times. Third thing, if even I say, or if someone in the room says 100% automation is possible, don't believe them. Don't believe them, guys. Because can you automate fingerprint? Can you automate biometrics? Can you automate the audio and video testing? Like this, there are some 25 scenarios which we cannot automate them. So that is why 100% automation is not possible. And if you ask me what is the highest percentage you can automate, to the best of my experience, we can automate up to 75 to 80% of the test case. Fourth one, beware of automation engineers who don't understand testing. What do you mean by who don't understand testing? What is agile? What is a waterfall model? What is a sprint? What is a sprint life cycle? What is retrospective meeting? What are the different testing practices that we follow? If they don't understand all this, don't even claim yourself to be automation testing. I hope none of them is from non-IT background. I believe none of them is from non-IT background, right? Is anyone? Please just raise your hand if you're from non-IT background. I don't see any hands. That means everyone is from IT background. Okay. Fifth one, test automation is not like your Harry Potter series where I just do a magic pen and you get a framework ready. It's a software development process. Okay. It's a software development process. We have to design things. We have to develop things. We have to test everything. We have to do everything by ourselves. But the unfortunate thing is we have to develop, we have to test. That is the unfortunate thing. But that is how the role of automation in is. Because as a tester, you are efficient at testing your code. That is the whole expectation from higher level, and that is how what I believe. Because as a tester, we are all pessimistic in nature. How many of you are optimistic tester, guys? I mean, myself, I consider myself as a pessimistic tester. How many of you are optimistic testers? Type O in the chat box. How many of you are pessimistic testers? Type P in the chat box. It's okay, guys. We are not here to judge you. We are interacting with each other. I'm also a pessimistic tester. I'm openly telling you. How many of you are optimistic tester? How many of you are pessimistic tester? Come on, guys. Keep the answers flooding. Mahinder, optimistic. Great, great, man. Great, great, great. We are getting a lot of P's. Those who are typing P's, we are the right testers. I'll tell you why. Because even though if the product is happy, we will not be happy. We always feel like some or the other defects will be there in the product. We always feel. Ragini, I request not to annotate, please. Thank you. Don't annotate, please. Thank you. Allow me a moment. I'll just remove
Sorry,
this
it was
annotation.
by mistake. Sorry.
Yeah. No worries. I'll remove the annotation. Yeah. So, Herman, I agree that being a pessimistic tester is one thing because we don't feel happy when the application is behaving happily. We always feel happy when we raise some defects in everything. That is what we are paid for. We are the only team in the whole world where we are paid to destroy the applications. We shall be super proud of it. We are the only team in the world where we are paid money to destroy the applications, destroy it peacefully, and always hunt for defects, always hunt for bugs. Since we are all pessimistic testers, so we are in a position to even test our automation code also, right? That is the reason. That is the reason we only need to test our code. So great, guys. Great responses, great things. So with this, what next? What next, guys? With this, can anyone guess what next are we gonna discuss? Come on, guys. Any guesses?
Sorry, Rahul. Hello.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
since we have understood what the sorry.
Will you explain which framework you will say
Okay,
as
I'm coming to the course plan. Course plan is not yet
yeah.
done.
You say that so that
Yeah.
it will be easy.
What next? What next? So for any automation tool that you pick, for anything that you address, the first and the foremost step that we need to start is understanding a programming language. For the people who have the coding fear and all, worry not. We are starting right from the scratch, right from the zero. We are starting the coding part. Okay. So core Java fundamentals. What are the different core Java fundamentals? Variable declarations. How do you declare a variable? String functions, string builder, string buffer, conditional statements, looping statements, while, do while method, for each method. What is constructors? Constructors and method chaining, mutable and immutable classes, method declarations, switch, enums. These are the core Java fundamentals we will be starting with, followed by arrays and collections. What are the different types of arrays? What are the different types of collections in Java? What is a sequence collection in Java? Queues and more. And the journey of collections and the journey of arrays. What is it all about? We'll be discussing in detail. And inheritance and interfaces. What are the basics of inheritance? Super keyword, method overriding, abstraction concepts, interfaces, different types of interfaces, top-down approach, different types of inheritance. What is the purpose of use of super keyword? And all these concepts will be covering with respect to inheritance and interfaces. And fourth thing, lambda streams and Lombok expressions. Now, in the current market, everyone is expecting you to have knowledge on lambda streams and Lombok expressions. This is something very, very important, and I'm placing a strong emphasis on this in our course also. I'm not just mentioning whatever topics I'm mentioning. I have just not mentioned it for the sake of increasing the course content. We are mentioning all the contents which are required for 2026 onwards. 2025 we are ending up, and since I know most of you are joining here and 2 more months are left for it, so we are talking about 2026 onwards. So for 2026 all these lambda strings and Lombok expressions are very much essential. File operations. What are the different file operations? Writing the data, reading the data from the file, copying of files from one location to another location, different file functions, writing and reading the object data, buffer libraries concept. You'll be seeing all these things. Then we will see an in-depth understanding of exception handling, try catch block, purpose of finally block, multiple catch blocks with one try block, checked versus unchecked exceptions, handling the errors at the runtime, custom exception class, ducking and rethrowing the exceptions. So all these concepts we'll be discussing in detail. Next thing, generics concept. Whenever these days when you are going for an interview or something, don't say that we know Java collections without knowing generics concept. I'm 100% telling you that if you say you know Java collections, you should be also confident in generics. For that reason only, we are including generics concepts also. Ninth thing is records and optionals. We are also discussing what is the purpose of optionals or records, seal, inheritance, and interfaces. And also on top of that, since most of you are new to programming language, we are also providing topic-wise MCQs, weekly assignments, we are also providing more than 250 plus programming questions for practice, for you to practice. Practice materials are a lot from our end. Only thing from your side is to practice, come up with questions, explain your challenges, what you're facing on a regular basis, so that you will learn the subject better. We are all here to help you improve your subject. Any doubts with respect to core Java concepts, what you are covering? Any doubts? If you have any doubts with respect to core Java, please unmute and speak. We will explain those queries. It's okay. Any trivial question is also accepted. Please unmute and speak if you have any doubts.
Hi Rahul, Piyush here.
Yeah, Piyush, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I mean, my request is if we also relate those concepts to the how those concepts we are using in the test automation, it would be helpful.
Yes, that's so. See, these are all the fundamentals which we require it to use for framework design. Without these fundamentals, we cannot correlate and do it for the framework design. That is the reason. Important notes about automation testing. Anil, right now, if there's nothing called as important notes about automation testing. So it's all about this is a demo session. We were discussing why automation testing and what is it all about. So there's nothing important notes about. So gradually, once the classes go on, we will be sharing you the code files. We'll be sharing you some documents about topic wise and that concept wise, so that it'll be easy for you. Got it?
Hello, sir. This is Sonia
Yes.
here. So we'll be
Yes,
getting recording sessions after each class.
yes, you will be getting it.
And also in Java, like I'm not that great in Java, so will all the
That's not a
concepts
problem.
also.
That's never a problem for me. We are going from right scratch, right from tools installation till mastering core Java.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, sir.
Sir,
That's not
this
a
is
problem. Yeah, Deepika, go ahead.
so I have little knowledge in functional side, sir. So I work mostly on performance side, non-functional. So I have less knowledge on functional side. Is there any prerequisites should I learn before joining this course?
Deepika, I will take it offline. Like at the end, you will just remind me. I'll discuss this point with you.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Last one more, please. One more question.
So
Then I'll go ahead.
for this installations, like what all you'll be teaching, like
I will
Java?
tell you, Sonia. I will tell you. In our regular classes, I'll tell you how to do everything. You don't worry about anything.
Rahul, will you cover BDD framework along with page
No,
object
the
model?
core. I mean, I'm not yet come to automation part, Ramakrishna. I'm in the Java only. I requesting people to ask questions with respect to this core Java.
Okay, just want to confirm what framework you
Like,
follow.
see the whole roadmap, then you can conclude yourself, Ramakrishna. Okay.
Okay.
Great. So I am assuming that no more questions with respect to core Java. Then I'll go with the next one.
So will we get like good amount of like practice materials to cover each
That
of
is
the
never
code?
a problem. That is never a
Okay.
problem.
Okay. All right. All right.
I will just share you one. If I have something handy, I will just give me a moment. I will share you. This is one of the batches which is happening currently. Let me show you. Okay. So for your proof, this is recorded. I'm showing it for proof also that this is something which I'm taking it for morning 8 to 9 batch. It's a weekday session. You see, we'll have topics, we'll have MCQs, we'll have assignments. All these things are there. We'll be giving you quizzes, weekly assignments, everything is there. And the learning materials also. Learning materials also. Which site you need to use for practice.
All right,
All the
sir.
matches. So you'll have a like this only. But this time we are coming up with an application to track all the syllabus. Instead of an Excel sheet, we are coming with an application which I'll be discussing it later. So this is how we provide all the assignments and all those things. A class tracker. So everything is documented and evidence. So there's nothing like you will miss anything. Got it?
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thanks.
So the second thing that we are going to discuss about is API testing. Okay. Yeah, Mahinder, I'll come to that part. So how many of you say API testing is not important? Type the letter N, type the letter Y if you feel API testing is not important. Not important. Okay, Tanashi says not important. Tilly says not important. Great.
It's so important.
Okay, great, great. Correct. If your answers are correct, correcting, that's fine. So nowadays, when you go for an interview, or nowadays when you're shifting projects within your organization, nowadays, if you don't know API testing, you're straight away rejected in the market. Why? As a tester nowadays, we need to test the system application from the core of the system. That is why we place a lot of emphasis on API testing. What is API testing? Client server architecture. Why do we need API testing? Online versus offline APIs, different types of API, testing techniques, types of web services, HTTP methods and its purpose. What are the different status codes? This is a quick introduction. And Postman. What is Postman tool and why? An installation of Postman tool. We'll give a quick walkthrough of the Postman tool, Postman workspace, Postman collections, Postman monitors, and all those things. And how do we perform API testing for different HTTP methods? Importing collections from Swagger. What are the different variables in Postman? Advanced Postman concepts. For people who don't know JavaScript, also don't worry, we'll be covering one exclusive session on JavaScript where you'll be understanding what are the JavaScript concepts that you require for automating test cases in Postman, curl and its purpose, scripting test cases using pre and post script data, parsing XML and JSON data, Chai.js assertions, running the collections manually and using Postman CLI, installation of Newman library, generating different kinds of Newman reports, JSON schema validator, request chaining, data-driven testing using CSV JSON, how to integrate the Postman collections with Jenkins and Docker. Rest Assured. Rest Assured is the tool originated from on the basis of Java, which is a wrapper around the HTTP client. For people who don't know HTTP client, that is absolutely fine. I'll tell you in our sessions. BDD versus non-BDD approach. How do we perform different HTTP methods? How do we pass the request payload using JSON payload, external file, POJO, serialization and deserialization using POJO, multi-part requests, Hamcrest validations, request and response logging and filters. Okay. Advanced rest assured concepts, spec builders, query parameter, form parameter, path parameters, parsing JSON and XML data, JSON schema validators, Jackson libraries, JVM expressions, integration with Allure and extend reports, data-driven testing using CSV, Excel, and JSON. We'll also try to cover different types of authentication like OAuth2 or something like that. And this is something like an additional thing that we are planning to cover, that is karate versus rest assured, performing different HTTP methods, preparing the feature files, data-driven testing. This is like a bonus topic which I'll be trying to cover at the end. Got it? This is a bonus topic. Of course, karate testing, some companies use it, some companies don't use it. For that reason, we are just putting everything here. It's a bonus topic. Is this clear with API testing topics? Any doubts with respect to API testing topics and Java topics that we have covered? Is this clear, everyone? No doubts? If no doubts, then you're making my life easier.
Yeah, hi Rahul.
Yeah,
I just wanted to ask, like in the framework for rest assured, are we going to follow Cucumber framework with BDD?
I'll tell you one thing, Soumya, at this point. You're right, it's a very good question. So Cucumber framework is generally used when business analysts, when stakeholders involved in the testing process. In your case, if the company is they're focusing majorly on API testing, then you can go for Cucumber with API testing. But if your API testing is something that is internal within your ecosystem, then go for TestNG only. Got it, Soumya?
Yeah. Okay. So that scenario, will you show something related to that? Like when we'll try
When we
to
cover
build.
Cucumber, when you cover Cucumber concepts, I will just show you how to do API testing using the BDD Cucumber framework. When we cover BDD, I can show one scenario to you so that it will be better for you. But if you ask me if you want to do API testing in reality, go with TestNG framework, because API testing most of the times it's an internal process to check whether our APIs are working properly or not. But in your case, if management is focusing dedicatedly and checking all the things, then you need to go for a BDD approach, BDD Cucumber. Got it, Sanjay? Soumya, sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Others, please, with respect to API testing and what do you call Java?
Rahul, are we covering GraphQL also?
Yes, we are covering GraphQL. I forgot to mention in the slides, we are covering GraphQL.
Okay.
We will be working on which IDE?
We'll be working on IntelliJ IDEA. Kunjan. We are not going with Eclipse because JetBrains is backing JDK 25, the latest versions of JDK. That's the reason.
Okay, and for Java, which version of Java we
I will
will
tell
be
you in
working
the
on?
tools class, next class when I discuss about tools installation. You will get to know all those details. Kunjan. Or else you
Okay,
can wait till the end of the session. I will take all those questions. I'm just taking questions with respect to API testing topics and Java topics.
okay. Like when we are working on some free APIs on the testing and on our end, so there we don't get the option basically for testing like any kind of authorization or validation. We generally don't get.
Well, there are
So
some
for
applications where we can do it. There are some applications, and I'm also building certain APIs to tackle this OR2. But given the due course of time, I have
means
certain APIs for OR2. If possible, I will try to show them also. Okay.
So basically, my question is that only that so with free APIs there are some kind of restrictions are there.
I
So
understand. I understand.
we are not able to do that on the end of practicing. So for that, what you are going to do? So
Yeah,
I
so
just
for that, Gunjan, there are also free APIs which supports complex scenarios also, and the same complex scenarios you can try to do it in the company framework also. First thing. Second thing, the only bottleneck for you to crack API testing when you are working in practice versus in real time will be the authentication. And always remember the fundamental thing about API testing is you need to study the documentation of the API. Based on that only the whole strategy changes. So we have one public API which acts like a normal how we use the API documentation in the corporate world. We have an API for that. We can use that API and the similar documentation will be there in the companies also. You need to understand the documentation and script it accordingly, Gunjan. Because API testing is something that is very dynamic in nature. You need to understand the authorization document, authentication document, and you need to sit with the dev team to understand it. We'll be giving the right utilities to do automation testing for APIs. But again, APIs will keep on changing from company to company. So that will also help you out how to read a API documentation and all those things. Got it?
okay, okay.
Great. So can I go ahead, guys?
Rahul,
Yes, Sachin.
it's not something. Even regular class also, you go this fast.
This
Your
is
course.
only demo. This is only demo.
Okay. Okay.
My regular classes are very slow. You can ask my, Tilly, there's one student here. She joined my batch 2 years back. I don't
Okay.
know.
Yeah, that's
This
normal.
student. Only demo will be fast because we are just here covering the course contents, right?
Yeah. Okay.
But
Thank you.
I'm not this fast.
Hello, Raghu.
1 minute, one after the other. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, please.
Yeah, I joined late, so I just was the timing wise I wanted to know. But today is a demo
I
session.
will tell the timings part at the end of the
Okay,
session.
okay,
So
yeah,
I will tell the timings at the end of the session. For now, we are restricting the questions related to API testing and core Java.
okay.
Yep. Tanashi?
Oh, okay.
If
This
we
one
cover core
you will
Java,
start. See, I'm new to programming.
Okay, tell me. Tell me.
So I wanted to know whether GitHub, this will be covered in
Yes,
this
we will be
course.
covering it. We have a separate set of topics for that. That is, I'm not telling right away.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
All right,
So let's switch to Selenium topics. What are the topics we are going to cover in Selenium? What are the basic concepts of Selenium? How do we set up a Maven project? I will explain you right from code scratch what is Maven, what is the build tool, how do we set up, and all those things. We'll also discover the Maven profiling, what are the different life cycles of Maven and all those things. Then we will be discussing the Selenium architecture, so 3 versus 4. Then I'll be launching the application via different browsers. Okay. Then followed by Windows switching and Windows handling. How do we create a new tab? How do we create a new window? Launching multiple tabs and windows, switching between windows and tabs, launching types via JavaScript. Okay. What are the different types of locators? ID, name, class name, link text, partial link text, 6-path CSS selector. And what are the advanced locators? We have some advanced locators in Selenium, like to above, straight above, to below, straight below, to right off, to left off. These are some advanced locators that we have in Java, in Selenium. Then we will also see how do we handle different types of browser actions like click, send keys via card, select, get text, finding multiple elements, get DOM property, get DOM attribute. So what are the different functions in Selenium? We'll be covering all those functions. We will also be covering different kinds of weights. What is implicit weight, explicit weight, fluent weight, and what are the custom weight codes. Then we'll be seeing what are the different libraries in action class, what are the different functions in actions class that we are covering. This is very useful because whatever there are certain activities which can't be done by or default Selenium libraries. For that, we need to go with action libraries. Then we'll be seeing what kind of different JavaScript actions that we can perform onto the browser. Then we'll be seeing how do we capture screenshots. Then we'll be seeing how do we switch to frames on the basis of ID, name, element, and all. Then we'll be seeing how do we handle shadow frames, how do we upload and download files, handle sliders, browser-related pop-ups, Chrome options, desired capabilities, kill existing browsers via command line, browser authentication via URL, via has authentication library. Any doubts so far? Any doubts so far with respect to these 3 topics? For people who are wondering what are the course content and all, if you are missing something about the course content, don't worry. I'll be sharing you the course content again in the groups. Don't worry about it. And for Playwright, what are the things we are covering for Playwright? For Java, everything the roadmap is same. So what are the things we are covering for Playwright with Java? Introduction to Playwright with Java, installation and setup. What are the browser launch options? What is a browser page and browser context API in Java? How do we have perform basic navigation and page interactions? What is the auto waiting mechanism? How do we write our first test cases, test ng? How do we run the test in headed and headless mode? Again, this running test in headed and headless mode is part of Selenium also. We will also see the locators and selectors strategy, how different it is, get by role, get by label, text-based strategies, CSS and XPath selectors, chaining locators, what are the best practices and anti-patterns, what is strict mode in Playwright, how do we handle them efficiently, and what are the different actions and interactions that we perform. keyboard events, mouse actions, input actions, file uploads. How do we download the files? How do we force actions? What are the different actionability checks and all these things? We will also be covering the same assertions and validations for TestNG as well as Playwright. Same set of assertions will be there. Okay, in Playwright, we have a different set of assertions which we'll have to cover it. Got it? So we have synchronizations and auto waiting. This is something which is specific to Playwright. I'm talking about the topics which is specific to Playwright. Built-in auto waiting mechanisms, wait for load state, wait for selector, wait for URL, custom wait conditions, timeout configurations, and best practices. We'll be covering all those things. So we will also be covering browser context isolation, iframes, frame locators, shadow DOMs, alerts, pop-ups and dialogues, geolocations. How do you have this mobile device emulation, network conditions and offline? So all this geolocations, permissions and all, for the people who are wondering whether we can have the same thing in Selenium, you can also do the same thing in Selenium using Chrome DevTools also, we can do it. So again, this is a wrong, this is something we will discuss it later. So any doubts so far?
Hi Rahul. So like this session will cover all this REST assured Selenium as well as Playwright, or this will be in a separate sessions? I mean,
okay, the good question. Now the time has come. I will just tell you guys. So for the people who are enrolling for Selenium with Java, the roadmap is, let me write it in a text file, please. Allow me. So for people who want to enroll for Selenium with Java, the timing is till rest assured. The sessions will be held from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. on every Saturday and Sunday. Post rest assured concepts, this session will be from sessions will be from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m. Actually 11 a.m. Clear? For people who are enrolling with Playwright with Java, same thing. Till API testing, sessions will be from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Post API testing, sessions will be from 11:15 a.m. to 1:15 a.m. Got it? 1:15 p.m. All the timings are in IST. Please. All the timings are in IST zone. I hope all the timings issues are clear for everyone.
Daily basis, it's not, it's weekends.
It's
Yeah,
only
this
weekend.
session is exclusively for weekends.
Only weekends.
Hmm. Well, Tanashi, that's your choice of enrollment, Tanashi. I've given you all the options. If you want to enroll for the complete full suit, you can talk to the admin team, they'll help you out. But I'm just telling you the timings of the course.
Sure, sir.
For the full suit of the course, you can call. For any details about how to enroll and all, you can contact the admin team. But here are the timings of the course. Till API testing concepts, everyone will have the timings from 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. But post that, if you are enrolled only for Selenium, it will be from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. If you want Playwright only, that will be the timings will be from 11:15 a.m. to 1:15 p.m. All the timings are in IST time zone. So you have to match accordingly. Great. I hope I have clarified all the questions with respect to your timings.
As it is a weekend classes, how many days the course will complete?
It will take around 5 months easily because it's weekend, right? 4 to 5 months is a minimum because again, New Year, Thanksgiving, all these things will come again. If majority of the people don't want, or if some people has more doubts to clarify, then the sessions might be extended. So since it's a weekend, it will take more duration than the expected. Only API testing, and rest assured, your timings are similar, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. Okay. For people who are enrolling only for API testing, your timings are very simple, 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. That's it. Got it? With this, can I go with the rest of the course?
Rahul, like if I want to enroll only for API rest assured, so first timing will be from 9 to 12.
That's
And uh, yeah, 9 to 12. Post that, how many weeks it will take for only API rest assured?
It'll take 2.5 months, 2.5 to 3 months.
Okay, that means I'll
Because we
also
have
Selenium and Java classes.
post API testing only, Selenium and Java classes you can attend. After API testing, if you want to attend, you can contact the admin team. They will help you with the enrollment.
Okay, got you.
Okay. I will be sharing all these notes, all these timings in the group also. In case if you miss it, I will put all these messages in the group also. Don't worry. Got it?
Rahul, one thing like in the Isha site, right? I saw like another course also, so that is confusing. This is weekend, right? But what is the
Yeah.
other course then? Same
Which one?
Same API with your name. Uh, we, I we get to I get to see two. So I thought, okay, this is
Maybe
so
it's a
your class is
website
only
glitch.
on weekend. This one.
Yeah, it's a website glitch. Yeah, I've already informed the team about it. They are working on the fix. I'm sorry.
Okay. So this is particularly only on weekends, which is
Yes,
Saturday
only.
and Sunday.
Yes,
Okay, I got it. And these are the timings. Yeah.
yes. I will post again this timings in the group for your understanding, and I'll put in
Sure.
the group description also. You need not worry about it.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, allow me a moment. Let me finish other concepts also. That is TestNG and BDD. Give me a moment. We have to discuss about TestNG and BDD Cucumber course content also, which I'll be discussing. I just need to cover 3 more segments of the course that is pending. Post that I will accept any sort of questions. So what will be covering in TestNG? Writing test cases, what are the different annotations in TestNG, the sequence of executions, dependency between methods, parameterization, TestNG attributes, soft and hard assertions, event firing decorators, parallel testing, grouping of test cases, how do we use data providers via Excel, CSV, JSON, and what are the different listeners that we'll be using as part of the testing. The different listeners will be like WebDriver event listener, iTest listener, iSuite listener, iAnnotation transformer, and all those things. And what are the topics we are covering in Cucumber? How do we create a feature file, scenario outline, runner files, preparing the scenario name based on the tags, parallel testing, examples, Pico container, Cucumber annotations, background, step definition, data tables, and we will also see how do we localize our feature file based on the continent. Like for suppose I have Tilly, she's attending from USA and she's a French native. So how to write the feature files in the French language, how to write the feature files in German language, because Cucumber supports around 78 speaking languages. How do we tackle the situation also we can see. There's a concept called as localized testing. So how your report should come as per that localized feature. Those things also we will cover. So we will, Cucumber with JUnit is a bit outdated, but I'll just show one scenario. How do we use Cucumber with JUnit? Cucumber with TestNG. How do we integrate extend reports with the Cucumber runner file? How do we generate fail screenshots and all those things we will be covering. So, okay, we have covered all the API calls. We have covered the API topics already. How do we deal with Excel? How do we add POI library, writing the data to the file, updating data to the file, reading the data from the file, using the Excel operations via data provider, cell styles for Excel formatting. We will be covering all these things. Okay. So we will be seeing what are the different properties you tell. How do we add Apache Commons library, reading the values from the properties file, writing the values to the properties file, maintaining different files for different environments, and creating a master slave mechanism. How do we use the properties file in real time? We will also cover extend reports. And we will also cover Allure reports via TestNG. Via Cucumber, now it is outdated, right? Now in the recent documentation, Allure reports with Cucumber is outdated and they have stopped publishing the latest releases. Only Allure reports with TestNG is the one that is currently running. So for the people who are wondering what kind of different framework that we can cover. So we'll be covering linear framework. That is how we start with it. Then we go for a modular framework. Then we go for a data-driven BDD approach. And keyword-driven is something I can take one extra session on it at the end of the course to help you understand what is a keyword-driven framework. Especially it is used only for UI testing, not for API testing. Then how do we create a BDD approach framework? So we will be seeing all these types of frameworks so that you guys can understand things better. Is this clear, guys? I hope someone has doubts whether we are covering BDD, TestNG, and all these things. Now I have cleared all those doubts. Is this clear, everyone? Great. Only few more minutes, guys. Only few more minutes, then we will be done with the demo. Don't drop the session, guys, because at the last we are going to discuss something important. Don't drop the session. Okay. Now we will be covering the different concepts of Git. We will be starting our journey of Git, like what is version control system, how it has originated from, what is Git, what is the difference between Git and GitHub, flow chart of the Git, what are the different tools that support Git apart from GitHub, what are the different Git commands that we're gonna look into it. Only one framework we'll be showcasing for API testing because we have a hybrid framework which we will be showcasing for API testing. Most of the other framework we will be going with a data-driven framework mostly for API testing only. Other frameworks are predominantly focusing on UI testing. How do we perform different Git commands via IntelliJ? This is something that is essential when you're confused with the Git commands. This is some opportunity which I'm giving it to you. Got it? Then we'll be covering some concepts of SQL. How do we install 3 different types of SQL? SSMS, SQL Server, and Oracle DB installation. Any database, the commands remain the same. 95% of the commands remain the same. Only 5% there will be a deviation because all of them are relational database tools. So we will be seeing what are the different types of CRUD operations that we are going to perform: create, read, update, delete, and read. So we'll also be seeing what are the different SQL commands which are part of DDL, DML, DCL, DQL. And if you're attempting interviews for any data analytics company or any analytics company, the questions will be majorly focusing on the database part. So for that reason, we are slightly giving them some understanding about what is DDL, DML, DCL, and DQL. Then we'll be covering Jenkins. Tools required to work with CI/CD platform. How do we build the pipelines and all those things? What is CI/CD? CI stands for continuous integration, where developers frequently integrate their code into a shared repository and automated tests run on each integration to ensure code quality and catch issues early. So they promote collaborative code development and quality-focused development environment, automates the release process, and ensures that the code changes are deployed to production, and reduces the time from code commit to code deployment. So CI is continuous integration of the code. CD is continuous deployment of the code. Whatever code changes are there in our internal environment, we'll be deploying them continuously into the production environment only when the test cases are all the test cases are passed. That's the thing. Great. We require JDK 11, 17 or something. So in this batch, we are covering Docker for sure. We are covering Docker to a good extent for sure. And AWS also, we will try to cover. I'm 90% sure we will cover it, but still I'm giving the 10% bandwidth of trying to cover AWS. We are covering Jenkins. For all the CI/CD process, we are using JDK 11 or 17 or 21. Now, as per the current time of the recording, JDK 11 is not being supported by the Jenkins as the agreement is expired. So we have to use JDK 17 or 21. And Jenkins, Apache Maven, Docker is for sure we are covering. And AWS also 90% I'm sure we are covering these concepts. Great. How do we build the pipelines and trigger it? So how do we set up the tool? How do we download and set up plugins related to the build? How do we configure the build via the Git repository? How do we trigger the pipelines and observe the logs? All these things we will see through it. Then we will also work with JDBC. How do we work with JDBC? What is this JDBC all about? It allows you to connect and interact with multiple databases. It provides methods for querying and updating data in a database using SQL commands. So what are the key components of a JDBC? Driver manager. It manages a list of database drivers. Driver. It provides the actual implementation for the interface. For people who don't know interface, we'll be covering in the core Java concepts. Connection represents a connection with a specific database. Statement used to execute the SQL queries against the database. Result set represents the result set obtained from executing a query. SQL exception, handling any errors that occurs in database access. So we'll be discussing these components in a detailed manner. With this, we have concluded our major topics that we are going to cover. For the people who are staying till the end of the course, I would like to share some bonus things. What are the bonus things that I would like to share? Just allow me a moment. And also, one second, sorry. So also we are covering some AI powered models, like how do we use Olama models, how do we set up and configure it, how do we help the models running locally like Llama, Mistral and all those things. How do we use them in a regular day-to-day life? How do we use Olama in automated testing and all those things? AI powered test generation, how do we test, how can we generate test cases using the Olama models and all those things? Yeah. How do we convert this natural language to test script conversion? How do we use it? How do we use GitHub Copilot and Codex as part of your day-to-day activities? I'll also tell you how to use Cloud Code CLI and Git ingest. Git ingest is a super powerful tool. Like for example, if Tanisha is working as part of my team and I don't have time to understand the repository, with the help of Git ingest and the concept of LLM model, I will also help you how to understand the repositories quickly without the help of any of your peers. AI integration strategies. What is the basic prompt engineering that you need to know for testing? How do we use the CLI tool for automation testing? We'll be covering this as part at the end of the course. This is only for people who are part of Selenium and Playwright batches, because this is something which involves a lot of it's a mix of UI and API. So that is the reason we are covering only for people who are part of Selenium and Playwright batches. And those who have enrolled for both Selenium and Playwright, we are also coming up, we are taking additional sessions on help you understand how do you include multiple automation tools in one framework. That is something we are planning to implement for the people who have taken both the courses, that is Selenium and Playwright. And at the last, I also will help you out how to create a very unique portfolio that will stand out in the market. Because submitting a black and white Word resume is not going to work out these days. We need to be a bit creative. I will provide you some tips and advices of how to make your portfolio more quick, more creative, and more better. So this is the end of the demo, what we are going to cover. Any doubts so far? Now all your doubts will be taken care of. You can ask doubts with respect to any topic, guys.
Hi, hi Rahul, Piyush here. So, I mean, how Playwright with Java combination is in demand, because we have been very hearing or seeing Playwright with TypeScript.
In a company, if they want to, if you are like Selenium with Java is so popular now, where even the Playwright is still leading, we are waiting for one of the most powerful Selenium update. And if that Selenium update comes in the market, Playwright will no way stand near to it. So Selenium has dominated 80% in the market. And if they want to work with Playwright also, for that company, why do I need to learn new language as TypeScript? They can go for Playwright with Java also, right? And they can use the all-rounder tool in the market. Got it? And if you want to work with AI tools, I can install Olama model and I can set up and configure my AI tools inside my system, right? I don't need to rely on the Playwright MCP server and all those things. If this is a TypeScript session, I would teach Playwright MCP. But this is a Java session, I'm teaching Olama. Got it?
Okay.
Even Playwright MCP, as per the official documentation, it has 80% vulnerabilities. It is breaching 80% security measures.
Playwright with MCP. Okay.
Playwright MCP servers have highest security breaches. It is breaching the security of the applications 80% of the times.
Okay.
MCPs are not yet stable enough. I'm working closely with a lot of official MCP teams to get you the latest updates. But if you want to know what is MCP and all the definitions, at the end, I will take some time to explain what is MCP at the end of the course. Yeah. Any other doubts, please?
Hi, Ragul, one quick question. So will there be a practical section, like in the sense, if you have any questions while trying, like, so you will be
If you have
helping
any
with that, the
doubts,
practical session?
you can ask at the end of the class. At the end of the class, we can discuss all your doubts at every end of the session. And if your doubt is something which is very emergency, you cannot wait for a week or something, you can drop a message on my personal window. Once ever I'm free, I will reply back immediately.
Okay. And another thing is, since it's 3 hours continuous, right? Will there be a
We have a
break?
break. We'll have a break of 10 minutes in the middle. After 1.5 hours, we'll have a break of 10 minutes in the middle.
Okay. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. And you'll be sending the recorded session at the end of the,
Team will be doing the job.
Yeah, to email, right? No, what I'm asking is, today you are completing the course. So when we will expect the link so that we can study.
Recordings generally I don't take care of it, but there's a separate team that will upload it. You have to talk to the admin team. I'm only on the technical aspect of the course.
Okay, thank you.
But I am pretty sure that they will upload it on the same day. To the best of my knowledge, they'll upload it on the same day. But again, just have a word with the team. I don't deal with the recordings part.
No worries, because once we get it, then we can see it and then, do it, and then next day we can.
Yes. But anyways, you'll be getting the notes of the
questions, right? So that's why I asked.
Yeah, you'll be getting the notes of the sessions, which you can go through it.
And everything through email, you'll send it, right? Not through WhatsApp, right?
Once you have enrolled, we will tell you the process of how the notes will be shared, how it will be done. We will tell you the process of it.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Hi, Rahul.
Mm.
Any weekday session classes are you going to start, Rahul?
Anusha, you check with the admin team. As of now, personally,
Yeah.
I'm not taking any weekday because my whole focus is on weekend right now. You check, keep a constant eye on the groups and check with the admin team. Okay.
Okay, sure. Thank you.
But as of now, weekend is something we are planning because considering a lot of people are in the final leg of their project releases, and it'll be difficult for them to participate in the weekdays. That's the reason we are going with this approach, Anusha.
I understand, Rahul. Thank you.
Okay. Anyone else? No doubts. I'm surprised that only 2 people are asking.
Rahul, since we are conducting classes on weekends, so I mean, would there be any impact on the continuity or understanding or implementation?
Well, as I told you, continuous practice, continuous implementation is something which matters a lot. See, 2 weeks, 2 weekends, weekends you're practicing it. On weekdays, what's your job? To practice every day because you're continuously sitting for 6 hours and learning the subject. So in the weekdays, you need to sit and understand all the topics, right? Because at 3 hours, you're learning the things. Got it?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yes, Rahul, thank you.
So you'll have 5 whole days to practice, guys. The advantage of weekend is you'll have 5 whole days to practice. Anyone else? If no one has no doubts,
We
then I
will be
can.
using the same link, right? For every day.
Yeah, for tomorrow's class also we'll be using the same link. Any change in link will be updating in the group. As of now,
Okay,
it's the same link.
Okay, thank you. Okay, then that's it, right? Like we can see tomorrow, right, Rahul?
Yeah, you can see. If you don't have any doubts, you can drop. If you have any doubts,
Okay.
then
Thank you.
If I need to connect with you maybe on a one-on-one basis, then like in general, like I'll definitely raise my queries in here or maybe into the group WhatsApp group. But in case like
if it is,
this
if it's
project
something
specific,
related to, if it's something related to your career, you can not discuss it offline. If it's related to the subject, if you can share, maybe the same doubt can be clarified for other peers also.
sure. So that in your personal number or maybe over email, how is it the medium?
Yeah, you can call me over my number. My number is there in the group description. You can drop a number there.
Okay. Okay, sure. All right. Sure.
Great. Okay, assuming no more doubts, then I will close the call. I'll wait for a minute or two if you have any questions. If you have any doubt, even if it's a trivial ones, no one is gonna judge you. I'm the one answering your doubts. None of you will answer your doubts. So I don't judge anyone. Better the more the questions.
I go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, Rahul. When the daily batch will be start? Actually, this is a
Tomorrow
weekend
onwards.
batch, right?
Tomorrow onwards.
No.
The batch
It's a
starts.
weekend batch, right? I'm looking for the weekday batch.
Weekday batch, just stay in touch with the admin team, brother. So as soon as we plan something, you'll be updated in the groups. Okay.
Okay, done. Okay.
Because as per the generic review, what we got from most of the people is weekends is something majority are expecting. So that's why we are going because most of them have this New Year shutdown, right? November is like the New Year shutdown. They have critical releases to finish up, right? So that's the reason we are doing this.
Yeah. Okay. No. Thank you.
Yeah, hi Rahul, Suresh here.
Hi Suresh, how are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm good.
Thank you. Rahul, really, I do not understand. I do want to nominate for a Selenium with automation, but I am seeing a API also. So, is it this portion is covering totally? How the flow will be?
how the flow will be is first we'll cover core Java, then followed by API testing, then we'll followed by Selenium automation.
Okay, so all this in the same course of that 6,900 that amount, or
Yes,
how it?
yes.
So like API, it is a manual or it's an automation?
API automation testing using Postman and Rest Assured. Even in Postman also we are automating it.
Okay. So this totally will take 4 months, 4 to 5 months. This weekend
4
batch.
months for you. In your case, it will be 4 to 5 months because weekends are there. Again, some festivals might come. Some of you, I mean, more doubts, more time. Like you require understanding of the concepts again. Then again, we need to spend extra time, right?
Okay. So okay. So just to repeat, like it's a Java, first starting with Java, then followed by API, then with Selenium. So this is the
Yes.
correct. Okay.
Yes. That's what is mentioned in the course website also. You can go to the website chronology, you will understand clearly.
Okay. Okay. Thank
you. Anything else? 2 more minutes, guys. Then we'll wrap up the meeting room. See, for people who are having confusions, first we will start with core Java, right from the zero. Then we'll go with API testing. We are not covering any manual as of now. We are covering only Postman, and we are also doing automation in Postman. Followed by we will go with Rest Assured. Followed by if you have enrolled for Selenium, you will be part of the Selenium course. If you are enrolled for Playwright, you will be part of the Playwright. And if you are part of both Selenium and Playwright, for those people only, we have some exclusive sessions on how there is a possibility of putting multiple automation tools in one picture, one source, one project. Great. I hope I'm clear so far, everyone.
Yes, Rahul.
With this, can we conclude and can we connect tomorrow? Tilly, when I use Playwright over Selenium, see, if you ask me more, like there is only one scenario which I like about Playwright, like when you want to log into the application, like you don't want to log into the application again and again. So there's one feature in Playwright which you can do it. That's the only feature I like it. And Playwright is just a new tool. It's hardly 3 years in the market. And if you ask me, Playwright has its own set of advantages like the auto waiting mechanism and all the stuff. But if you build a robust framework in Selenium also, you can also handle the same way. But it's up to you. Like if you want, if it's an enterprise level application, I would go for Selenium. If it's just like a brand new application or something, I'll try my hand on Playwright. Got it, Tilly? Okay, thank you all. We'll see you tomorrow at the same time, 9 a.m. We'll be starting right from scratch. I recommend not any of you to miss the sessions. Great. Thank you all. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.